Hi, I'm Louisa Sijabat, a liquidator and bankruptcy trustee. Today's question is, I'm newly married and I have some legacy debts. My new wife has a property from before we met as well as her own business. If I have to declare bankruptcy, will my bankruptcy affect her assets and her business? So, the law recognises the sole assets of the husband and the sole debts of the husband separate to those which are the sole assets of the wife and the sole debts of the wife from a bankruptcy point of view. So a bankruptcy of the husband in this case would affect the husband's assets and husband's debts, but not any assets solely in the name of the wife or any of the debts solely in the name of the wife. Now, an important factor to consider as well is, has the husband contributed financially to any of the assets in the name of the wife or any other party for that matter? Because with that financial link, sometimes that can become relevant in the bankruptcy of the husband. One of the other things to consider is if there's any joint assets of the husband and wife, and if there are any joint debts. Now, joint debts, the husband's liability will be dealt with in the bankruptcy, but depending on the way the debt is, the way there's liability for the debt, it is possible that the wife may remain liable to pay the whole debt if she's joint and severally liable for the debt. Also with joint assets, the portion attributed to each spouse will also need to be worked out. So typical joint assets might be joint bank accounts. So typically these are dealt with by assuming 50% is attributable to each party. However, there can be exceptions. And another typical asset is any joint real estate. So again, typically the starting assumption is 50% to each party, but then again, potentially adjusted for any unequal contributions to the purchase price or anything to that effect. So that they're just the starting positions. So in summary, generally a husband's bankruptcy will not affect the sole assets and sole debts of the wife as long as there be no financial contributions by the husband into those assets, and joint assets and joint debts are affected as summarised.